And hello. All right. So from last we left off, so Anahis is unfortunately kind of dead.
Yeah.
No.
Or at least she is dead for now. Uh, but with the last words, with her last words before she fell, she did reveal that she and her fellow knights were in fact contacted about a contract. They were contacted by a contract, in fact, made by a man that had it made by, or that was run by a man who had a tattoo on his chest, a tattoo that sounded very familiar to Olga, and before they could get any more out of that, Olga kind of just went bleh, and so she went bleh. And then the three other paladins are just sort of like, oh, okay, she decided to just kill herself. That saved us some trouble, actually. All right, later. And the rest of you were like, no, not later. You're not going anywhere. And through some religious checkings of your on your own, you found out that so you can actually contact Bishaba, but the only way to contact Bishaba is if you give her the heart of a great elk and do like a ritual circle majiggy. And then the three of you were like, oh, wait, didn't those three assholes come in on three great elk? Oh, yeah, they did come in on three great elk. And you turned to them. Give us your great elk. And the paladins were like, God, no. And the rest of you were like, too bad, we want them. Pulls out sword. There you go. There's my very quick explanation of things that happened. So, I guess we will go ahead and begin. We were like, no, it wasn't. No, that's funny that.
Did we already roll for initiative?
That's a fine question, and I am gonna.
I don't think we did.
We may not have.
I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. So that means I'll go ahead and roll for these three buttholes on their dexterity. Wow, they don't have much in the way of dexterity. They're rolling pretty well on just their base nothing on that. Okay. But they are paladins, so that makes sense. Let's go for paladin up the front. Nope, paladin up the front is going dead last. So let's see paladin just to the left. Paladin to the left. Kind of shitty. Faster than his buddy, but still kind of shitty. Okay. And then paladin to the right. Let's see what you do. They're both pretty well just kind of going the same. Okay. And neither of them have any. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
We caught them off guard with how willing we are to slaughter their elk in front of them.
Basically, it's like, oh, you guys just are wanting to. You just wanted to kill our elk. Okay. It's like, wow. Okay, I guess you're just wanting to murder our only transportation. Okay.
Yeah, you're in hell, baby. That's how it goes.
Okay, well, okay. I guess we're just playing like that, huh?
I mean, they played that way first.
To be fair.
Did he get out the kitchen?
To be fair, we did. To be fair, we were kinds of the bastards. Oh, Lulu is mad! Or Lulu's going first. Okay.
Puddles rolled an 18 too, actually, plus her initiative, which
Then
is
you would
3.
go first because your dex is higher.
Yeah.
Lulu's is zip nothing. So I can go ahead and go with the initiative first.
18, 19, 20.
Oh, I guess Quinn. Oh, no. Quinn already beat me to the punch. I should expect nothing less. They are the monk. They would, of course, beat me to the punch. They're the monk. I expect nothing less. My only surprise is that they didn't stun me before they did it.
Wapa!
Ha! Well, I guess I'm stunned. I guess these three aren't doing any moves now.
Yay!
Because I can't utter the command.
Let's see.
Paladin bitch center. Well, it's straight forward and to the point, I suppose. Pin message, just in case I forget, because I might. I very well might. Okay. Go ahead and just. Whoop. Nope. Hi, friend. Okay, cool. That shows that. Alright, and I'll go ahead and get my own pumped up music onto the ready. And we will begin.
So are we fighting to kill, or are we fighting just to make him back down and give us an elk?
I guess that's up to you.
I think we're fighting to kill, because I don't think they're gonna back down.
And they may not. I mean, you can certainly try.
Given they were not even like, no, we'll negotiate with you, actually. Like, we kind of made joking threat, like, haha, what if, but like, we will, kind of threat of taking their elk if like they weren't just gonna give it to us or they weren't gonna be helpful, and they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna take this seriously, fuck you guys, we're gonna kill you. So
I'm pretty sure they're not fighting to make us back down. I'm pretty sure they're very willing to kill us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie has Lathander's blessing on this one. These bitches dead.
Okay. I'm not holding back with Puddles either then. Puddles is like upset over Anais' corpse right now.
And that's where she is. So the first one on the block is Willie. Willie is in fact the first one to go.
Hee hee. Let me think.
Fits.
Hold on.
It fits so much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, can I mean, Willie wants to charge in and attack. Like, that is the MO here.
Okay.
He doesn't really have much for setup, so he's gonna want to go for the closest one and, swang.
Okay. Okay, you can get in there and swing.
Yeah, okay.
So you go in and you start running and approach the center, the leader, the one with the gigantic, magnificent helmet that has like the huge stag horns coming out of his head.
So, does a dirty 20 hit?
Well, it would. Here's the funny thing about what these guys do, though. He casts silvery barbs.
Oh no.
So he.
Like that!
So you see him kind of with his hand, he flips a coin. And says
What the
something
heck?
to
They
the.
can cast stuff outside their turn? What the heck?
Silvery barbs is a reaction spell.
Well, the good news is they can only do it once per turn, so.
Yep, so silvery barbs! So he flips and now you're gonna have to roll again and take the lower roll.
Roll another 20, baby.
Okay.
He's a
okay.
fool.
Please give me a good roll. Please give me a good roll. Oh, that was a 2, and the additional bonus does not take it high enough.
No, maybe it does. Maybe they have really low armor class. Maybe their armor is like glass.
Nope, not this fella. You chose the king. You decided to swing at the lead paladin. So you go to swing your sword, and you go to do that, but you see that a blue glow similar to Anais's covers your sword in your hands, and you go to swing, but it just bounces off his armor. And he just sort of looks down at you and just sort of chuckles.
Okay, bitch, you're still going last. Like, don't.
Hey,
Willie-
Chuckles,
Willie's
you still got
pissed.
more than one hit coming at you.
Hey, Chuckles, you got a monk coming at you in a second.
I would have blocked the. If I were you, I would have blocked the monk.
Everyone needs to gang up on the main guy now. Fuck him.
Yeah, absolutely. Real talk. I'm not metagaming, but like Dermis just told us, they all have this, and he just used his at the top of the fucking round.
Oh, he's got other tricks. He's got other tricks. Don't worry.
Oh, well.
Don't you worry.
I hit him 4 fucking times. Plus a stunning strike, so.
Well, let's see. Okay, so who's the next one in the list, speaking of which? Oh, it's
Willie's
Puddles.
so pissed.
So-
Willie's so
so-
pissed. He's growling.
So Puddles doesn't even look like she's taking part in the fight at first. She's like praying and crying over Anais's body, and she hasn't been a part of the conversation at all. She just like she turns and glares as Willie is like brushed off like nothing, and so it's going to be positioned just so, where these two are engulfed without hitting Willie.
Uh-huh.
Because she summons a flame strike, so a column of fire with a 10-foot radius.
Oh. Wait, he is carrying Gargunth, so that might help him with the protecting of fire.
No, she can position it away from them a little bit where
Oh, okay.
Willie won't get hit.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
That's what she wants to do. It would hit these two, but not Willie.
cool. So you're summoning a column of fire?
Uh-huh. Flame strike.
Flame strike. Okay.
10-foot radius, 40 feet high.
So you, from your pocket, you take a pinch of sulfur. You sprinkle it into it as you, with red eyes, just sort of push your hand forward and summon forth
A column of fire.
a column of fire.
And they take 4d6 fire damage and 4d6 radiant damage.
And there is no save.
No, there's a dexterity saving throw. They'd get half as much if they succeeded.
Alright, I'll give it to... Let's do first paladin, the leader. Let's see if he does it. And he has to go through past your spell save DC, which, if we go to it... And should we go... Scroll up for it for me, please.
Sorry.
13. Alright, let's see if they do it. Okay, so first one gets half. But the putz doesn't.
Okay.
So the fella in the back gets a full blast.
Okay, so 4d6 of each type of damage. So how do I want to do this? So we'll do.
So I'd like to imagine that the leader, that the putz saw that the leader was about to get hit, and put his body out in front just to sort of protect the leader. But of course, that really didn't do much.
No.
Oh, a simp! A simp!
So four, and this is the d6, right?
Yep, D6 is just a regular die.
So we're
So
doing fire damage first. I don't know if it matters. Come on, get all the way out. Here we go. So that's 6
plus
plus
6,
4, so it's 10.
10,
Yeah, get out. 11. 13 total. So 13 fire damage. You want to write that down or type it somewhere?
So this is for the putz. So the putz.
Well, it'd be for both of them, but half of it for the half
Oh.
of the total for the other guy.
Oh, okay. So let's do the.
So we're doing the total math first, and then we can half it for the other guy.
Okay,
So that was the fire damage. 4.
Oh, so it's both damages. Okay.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 14 is 5, 6, 7, 8. 18 radiant damage. She hit hard first.
This way I can write stuff down without it being like, okay, so how much damage total did you deal?
18 radiant damage, and what was it, 13 fire damage?
18 radiant plus 13 fire.
Yeah.
So these were holy flames. 31! Okay, that ain't nothing to snuff at.
It's probably the best thing she can do. She mad.
So, yep, you do that. The Putz tries to take a bit of the damage for his leader. He takes a little bit of, He takes a little bit of damage, so about 16. But unfortunately, didn't really save the leader, so the leader still takes the full brunt of the damage.
So wait, which one gets half and which one gets the full?
The mook that tried to block him gets half. The
Okay.
leader, on the other hand, took the full blast.
Oh,
So,
wow.
So the save was for naught.
I thought it was backwards. Oh, man.
Yeah, no. So anyways, let me just... Oops.
Puddles is angry.
Real quick, we took like a long rest before we left the camp and left, right? Like we
Yes.
Yes.
did that. Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, then. Okay. My calculator is acting dumb. Okay. My calculator, why don't you actually calculate for me? Okay. So, oof. You made the leader take a hard hit. Okay. So, you burn that. By the way, so whose turn is it next? So it's Olga. Appropriate, actually. It's appropriate that this is Olga next. Hey, Olga. Why don't you roll a perception check first
Ooh.
before you do anything?
Oh shoot, hang on. Where the heck is perception?
Guess you're having a hard time perceiving it.
Ah, 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 ah.
Oh, hey, Hobbs. Oh, hey, Hobbs. Oh.
Aw.
Jump right into Daddy's lap. Hello.
Hobbs is becoming a daddy's boy.
Hello.
$22.
So you definitely notice this. So hey, you know that coin of Anais's that's on the ground and that's kind of been standing up?
Yeah.
So it starts to wibble wobble a little bit.
No.
It flings and sort of shoots up to you. As you're quickly able to perceive it and you're quickly able to kind of just catch it.
Oh. Okay.
What is it, boy? And he's stuck down a well?
Well,
This coin is
no,
barking up.
but you do feel a little bit of blue energy sort of glowing from the coin.
Huh.
And you do feel like that you might be able to pull that trick that Commander was able to do.
Ho 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 ho.
Congratulations, you have a silvery barb spell prepared in that coin.
Ooh.
Does this mean I basically couldn't use it once as a reaction once per turn?
Yep, once per turn.
Oh.
Anais's parting gift to you.
Aw.
No, I don't
No,
like that. It's a
don't
parting
give it
gift.
back.
Aw.
She's gonna give it back.
Yeah. But also, Yara can use that. It doesn't have to be an attack against her only. It can
Yep.
be anyone. Yeah,
To anyone.
just making sure.
Ooh.
It works just like how silvery barbs would work for anyone to use it.
I've been watching Never After, and that is one thing that one of the bards uses like all the time. That's why I was like, oh no.
Alright, which one of us is the glass cannon should I focus on? I guess a little bit me, but...
Hi. Wobbs.
Okay,
A little
well,
bit you, I guess maybe me, because I was trying to think about like who has the least hit points, and then I remembered like Puddles actually has decent constitution, because Tree actually statted her cleric right, unlike me, and Willie's a fucking tank.
Because Paladin.
yeah, and, like, it's funny, my armor class is crap. I've got a lot of HP to waste, so...
Wobbs.
I have 73 hit points.
I have more hit points than you. I'll be looking in your direction.
How do I always have the character in every fucking campaign? How do I always have the character with the least amount of fucking hit points?
You make the glass cannons.
Glass cannons are fun.
Hey, maybe
Moss
next time.
isn't even a glass cannon. He's a twink. Enzo, he's a cannon at least.
Yeah, he is a cannon. I wouldn't call him glass, but
Well, next
Yeah,
you'll have to try to make a beefcake next.
you know what? I am gonna keep my eye on you because here's the thing: you're up in the fray while I usually stay back. So
Yeah.
Next fucking character I make, I'm gonna put all their stat points into Constitution. Nothing.
do it. It'll be hilarious. That's actually what I've made so many characters, and I have this one who's got crazy constitution and. Okay, my turn. I gotta
I'm
attack with this.
sorry. Anyway,
It's okay. I'm easily distracted, and I need to not be. Olga will, I guess, attack the leader like everybody else. She'll be a sheep. She's going to cast Hex on him and give him disadvantage on con saves.
Okay. Are you gonna go up straight up to him?
No,
Okay.
she's staying back.
no.
No.
Fuck that.
Okay, just needed to make sure. But okay, so you cast Hex. Does Hex involves a Wisdom save, correct?
No, I think you just get it.
Okay, he just gets it. Cool.
Yeah, he's just cursed now. It doesn't do anything yet.
And at least up until he has to make the con save.
So right now he has a disadvantage on con saves, and so Hex is a bonus action. So now I get to attack him, and that's where the Hex comes into play. I get to deal extra necrotic damage to him as a result.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Plus, hang on. Does a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 does in fact hit.
Yay!
All these dirty 20s, I love it.
It's a filthy little 20.
So that's 6 force damage and 1 necrotic damage. Is there do they have resistances or anything to any of those?
Well, did you say 6 force, 1 necrotic, you said?
Yeah.
No, as a matter of fact, they do not.
Okay, in that case, from now on, I will just add them together. So that's 7 damage total. Wait, not 7 damage. 11 damage.
Okay. So let's see. So it's 6. It's 7 damage total, right?
11. I forgot to add my plus.
11. Okay. All right. So, and you're just shooting your crossbow?
I did Eldritch Blast.
Oh, you did Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yep, you shoot your Eldritch Blast, and he gets kind of, as he's just sort of chuckling at Willie, he just sort of gets knocked back with it. Fiercey fey magic.
And for my second attack,
Oh, merde.
does a 27 hit?
A 27 does hit! Oh my god!
11 damage again.
11 damage again.
Yeah. This time my one dice rolled one less and the other rolled one more.
Okay.
No, we're killing this bitch.
Yeah, you are.
It's time to commit a heinous crime.
Yes, so.
That is in fact my turn.
And the next one on that chopping block is Lulu. Let's see what Lulu can do. So having seen and having felt like, that she has been feeling quite useless in the past couple encounters. And so now being kind of encouraged to try to do something. She is in fact going to do something. So it's a 10-foot radius, huh? So, that Holophant is going to hurry her little bum to... Oh, she flies fast! Okay.
Oh yeah, she does. Here.
So she's going to zoom and fly, presumably to Willie's side. Just a little bit behind Willie, though. So, by the way, congratulations. Since you're within 10 feet of Lulu, this is her ability she just unlocks, I guess. Aura of Invulnerability.
Oh.
Any spells of a 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it, even if the spell is cast using a higher level slot. Such a spell can target the creature and objects within the barrier, but the spell has no effect on them.
Hee hee. Try that silvery barb shit again, motherfucker.
And I guess for an added screw you, she's now going to use Trumpet. She's going to blow air through her trunk and knock the other two paladins back. And she's going to knock them back 30 feet. So you see her sort of taking a big breath of air, and she screams something to the effect of, "Get away from them." Knocks them back about 30. Wow, knocks them back pretty far! So she blows them back. And that is the end of her turn. Congratulations, you are getting a holy boost. Enzo, your turn.
Alright. Give me 1 second, actually.
Okie doke.
I think this is funny because now they literally can't stop us from beating on their fucking leader. They can't do shit, they're too far away. Like, they could try, but if they use a spell, it's not gonna do shit because Lulu's there.
Because it has to be level 5 or higher. It has to be a 5th level or higher spell.
We're literally just gonna beat on this man and they can't stop us.
Ooh,
Get him!
Poliana.
Fuck him up!
Alright. So, you already know what I'm gonna do.
I think I might.
I would like to attack twice with a quarterstaff, because I could do that. And then, of course, I have my bonus action of attacking with a bite. And I would like to actually fucking remember my shit and make one of those, one of the quarterstaff ones a stunning strike. So.
Oh, you're remembering that. That's
Yeah,
nice.
right. Yeah, give me 1 second. I actually roll my shit. Ooh, baby. No, I have fucking forgotten about Stunning Strike every goddamn time. I've been sitting here like, man, I wonder when I'm gonna get Stunning Strike, and I've had it for 5 fucking levels.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Lovely.
Alright, that's all my shit, Derm.
And you actually, aside from the bite, which didn't go through, but the 2 quarterstaff hits do.
Bite
in fact-
didn't go through, Jesus Christ.
The bite did not, but the other 2 did.
Well, cool, then he has a Stunning Strike that bitch.
Yup. So, okay. So those go through. So go ahead and roll your damage for those. But yeah, you strike him, and he tries to hold on and look like he's trying to, and he tries to move in his sword for a block, but he's noticing that his limbs are frozen now, and he's just sort of like.
I so desperately want him to just be frozen, but I have to be fair, and it's a Constitution saving throw.
Well, or he's shaking. I should say he is shaking. This is where he has to do his Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Which one did you attack?
But
It has
the leader.
the fucking
The-
first one. Yeah,
the leader?
the leader.
He has
Absolutely.
disadvantage on the con save.
Yeah,
Which is why I
exactly.
must roll twice.
I knew there was something that jived well with con save.
So is he stunned?
Oh god, I have to do more math. Hold on, give me a second.
No, we're too gay to do math.
Merde!
He doesn't have to worry that much. My fucking damage was shit.
The staff strikes get him. The bite did miss.
And then is okay. The con save has to be shit. He made it. It's 15.
Ah, okay. So yep, he feels, so yeah, the paladin feels like he's going to stiffen up, but he sort of breaks out of it with just sort of a move of his arm. And that's where he just sort of chuckles and says, "Nice try. Nice try, belt."
Enzo fucking tilts his head and looks at him like, was that an insult? I don't...
No, just what I'm going to turn you into once we are done here.
Okay, nice save. Anyway, I have 9 key points left.
You
so.
do. So he's blowing smoke. But anyways, I guess it's the first 2 paladins' turn. This would be where they try to kick off another ability, but they can't. They're too far away,
Oh,
so they
that's
can only
funny.
move.
That's funny.
Okay, they can. They have to spend their turn moving back up. So okay.
What if next turn Lulu used trumpet again and just sent them further
Right?
back?
That's what I was thinking.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
Fuck these losers.
So they literally have to spend their turn moving back.
See?
Okay. Though I think, let me see. Because I think,
Moving is just a bonus action, right?
okay, so technically, okay, so this guy can make 3, okay, except for this guy wields a glaive, so he can attack, and he is aiming his glaive at, Enzo.
No.
Yes.
Damn it.
Sorry. So, first attack. Second attack. Miss. Okay,
How many attacks this bitch got?
3. He used up all of his attacks.
How do you attack more than once in a turn? That's fucking ridiculous and overpowered.
Isn't that what fighters do?
Fighters can do exactly that, yes.
Can't
Wow,
paladins
what a
also do
broken
extra
class.
attacks?
Paladins
Oh
can
my
attack
God.
up to it once they get to a certain level.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
the melee guys have
Level 5.
the melee guys have to have something.
I think-
Spellcasters get to make
No.
giant boom.
I think Quinn is
I think
joking
this is- I think
because
this is
Enzo
ridiculous.
attacks 3 times.
I think this is ridiculous. I don't think anyone should be allowed to attack this many times in one turn. It's
I
just
agree.
fucking unfair, honestly.
Okay, monk, I agree. That means you only get to attack once.
Well, no, I'm a monk. I earned it.
Anyways, did any of those 3 hit?
Yeah, 2 of them hit.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the thing.
Silvery barbs, reroll one of them, Oh, do you
Wait.
reroll one of them or all of them?
Is it all of them or is it one of them?
I think it's just one of them.
Okay, something to keep in mind for the future. Any multi-attackers, only one of yours might get barbed.
Ah, bitch! Only one of them hits now.
I guess you could.
Oh, oh, good gives Enzo a thumbs up.
So, 27. 27 damage.
Oh, I'm really glad I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Hold
yeah.
on.
Wait.
No.
What?
You said one of them hits. So are you actually activating silvery barbs for one of the attacks?
Yes, I actually was.
Okay. Which
Oh,
one?
okay. Oh. We thought. Okay.
Okay.
We thought that 13.
I thought
was the
13
reroll
was the
one.
reroll from
Yeah.
silvery barbs.
No. So I guess I have to get rid. Okay. So I can get. I have to reroll damage, right? Or I have to reroll an attack.
You had to reroll an attack.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and reroll an attack then. I'll reroll the second highest, which was the 15.
Fuck.
You got a
Okay, so I take
right
6
there. I fucking. Oh.
Okay, so I guess
Oh
you.
wait.
But I have to.
For silvery barbs,
You
do
have
you
to take.
have to take the reroll, or do you retake the lowest?
That's a good question. I actually don't know that.
Well,
Oh,
technically, I have to roll twice and take the lowest. So on one of them, I do have to roll again, and I have to take the lowest out of the 2.
okay. So then,
So I have to roll again, and I have to.
no
take
wait.
the
Why do you have to roll
You-
again?
It's the first one, and then you have to roll a second time, and you pick the lowest of the 2, right?
Yeah. So I. Okay.
So you've rolled once already, and then
Mhm.
you rolled a second time,
That's
right?
what I mean. So I'm rolling once more. We're gonna take the lowest out of that.
Oh, okay.
So,
This guy
okay.
is determined to hit. Okay.
Just to be clear about how silvery barbs works, then.
Okay.
So, when when you silvery barb someone, they have to re-roll 1d20 roll
Mhm.
and they have to re-roll it at disadvantage.
Mhm.
And the disadvantage result is what they have to take, even if it's higher than their original roll.
Man, I've completely misunderstood what Silvery Barbs
I'm
are.
asking because
Yeah,
I
that
have a
is the-
different understanding of Silvery
That
Barbs
is.
from what I
Yeah,
watched.
I did a double check. I did a double check, and yeah, that is the one that definition is in fact the definition of silvery barbs.
See, I thought Silvery Barbs got rid of advantage and disadvantage.
No, that's you're thinking of Show's ability, which
Uh-huh.
nullifies everything.
that one
My
called?
understanding of Silvery Barbs was you re-roll one roll, and between that re-roll and the original roll, whichever one is lower is the one you take.
That is the one, yeah, because you're thinking of Show's clockwork ability, which nullifies all advantage and disadvantage.
Is that
I don't
one
know
called
Show's
Silvery?
clock.
No,
So,
that's called a
so
different one.
by that point, then,
Yeah.
for how Silvery Barbs works, this dude should take his original 15 still.
Yep, he should still take the original 15, which would unfortunately, this would unfortunately still hit, but
It would still hit. Yeah.
it's lower. So he does feel as this other guy feels as though he's striking down, he does feel like a blue glow on him as someone is interfering a bit. And he's just sort of like, what's it? Anais?
Mm,
But she is dead!
Don't tell him, guys. I want him to freak out.
She's so dead! We're grieving right now!
The harlot must have put a spell in one of her coins.
No, stop metagaming!
That's
Mer-
too smart.
what?
You'd have to roll perception to figure that out.
But
or it is.
why? No, but we are the same paladin. Wait. Anyways, all done.
Roll insight. Would it be insight for him to understand?
He doesn't even have what?
Has to roll insight to figure it out.
No, he does. He doesn't figure it out. But he does wonder if Anais is interfering somehow.
Not to be
Yeah.
the guy who
Hmm.
who asks the teacher for homework, but did Enzo take damage?
Enzo took that, but both those damages, so that 27 damage.
Okay, okay,
As both attacks still hit.
okay.
Good for clarification.
Okay,
The
so he
cleric
does.
needs to know this too.
We like playing fair.
Anyway,
so we're
guys,
fine.
I feel like a good 46 hit points. Just putting that out there.
But anyways, but I should also clarify. No, the paladin does not know, in fact, about the ability of the coin. He's just thinking that Anais must have somehow did it. Though they do not know how. They haven't figured it out yet. They're just making very bold assumptions. Speaking of which, I guess it's Mr. Asshole Paladin's turn.
Nar.
Nar.
This paladin, though, does in fact can use his ability called Dreadful Aspect.
I feel like I don't want him to do that.
Each enemy within 30 feet of this particular character. I'm using the stats of a different thing. But each enemy within 30 feet must succeed a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened by the Blackguard for 1 minute. If a frightened target ends its turn more than 30 feet away from the caster, the target can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. So, Enzo, Willie, you must do Wisdom saving throws.
You said it's a DC 13, right?
We.
Oh, thank God. I got a 14.
Oh, thank God. I rolled a 12 and I have more wisdom. I have, +3 wisdom. So, yep.
I rolled a 15, but my wisdom is -1.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, we
but-
can just say Willie's too filled with anger at this point. So,
He's too angry.
so the captain of the three knights tries to impose his dreadful aspect by having the horns on his head start to like glow that eerie blue aspect that Anais usually does, as well as having his eyes glow blue as he readies his blade, as he looks at the both of you. But both of you are just kind of emboldened within yourselves and are
I'm still
basically
thinking about how
unaffected.
he called me a belt and thought that was a roast.
Yeah, so you're just kind of emboldened at this point. And with Willie, it's more just the fact that he just wants revenge. Or he is just wanting payback. Okay. Well, he's gonna go in with his... Barring that, I guess he's gonna go in with his glaive.
Oh no.
Oh no, Claire!
Oh no. Yarg. Yarg, yarg. Alright, so he's going to attack 3 times on Willie.
Okay, question. I forget. For
Yeah.
AC, does it have to be equal to or higher, or just higher?
It's gotta be higher than it.
Not.
Or if it hits on the head, it also counts as a block.
So meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it, essentially, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Better term.
Okay.
Okay.
So meets it, beats it. So we'll see if he can beat it.
He could beat these nuts, motherfucker.
I think-
Oh, no.
He's nuts, mother. Oh.
Motherfucker.
Oh!
What the?
Anyway, so like I was saying about being able to attack multiple times in one round, I think it's.
What the hell is this? What are you fucking talking about?
Also, I think Dice Maiden is fucking rigged.
Okay, but on the
Oh,
last
thank
one,
God, one of them
Oh, except
missed.
for that one. Now Dice Maiden is fixed, so now you have to re-roll again.
Dice Maiden's being homophobic.
so
What
by the way,
hell is this?
did you also might have also forgotten that he is a paladin. So that means he can attach Divine Smite on one of those.
Well, what if you didn't?
Sorry, but he might. So he's gonna attach about 2d8s worth of divine damage on top of the damage.
Wait!
Yes.
Doesn't Divine Smite take a spell slot? Does that count as using a spell?
It does. It does count as using a spell slot. So he is using his spell slots on you. And
But what about the thing with Lulu?
Oh,
that-
what level of the spell is it?
I don't think... Well, it has to be... I think it has to be a listed spell.
It's more of a
Damn.
feat, right?
Yeah. It's more...
Damn. Alright. I was trying to game the system, but alas, I have to take the big boy damage.
You gotta take that big boy beef. Okay. Let's do that beef.
Yay, low rolls. Yay!
So, 26, 31. You take 31 damage.
Okay.
So, with a...
All 3 of those hit?
Or, sorry, one of those was... Well, he's adding a Divine Smite to one of those hits.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that-
where the extra damage came from.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
Yep. So, yep, he just sort of just starting to swing his glaive, and he just swipe, and on the last hit, he glows his glaive blue, and goes in for some that old Divine Smite. So on that last one, you'll also need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh, fine.
Hope you can.
I want to kill everyone in this room and myself.
What did you roll?
A 1.
Okay, so I guess from that. So you on that last hit, you feel a glow, and suddenly you're. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a mercy. I'm gonna give you a mercy, and I'm gonna leave this up to a D100 because I don't think I want to do the thing that this other thing can't do. Except he is gonna do what that other thing can do. Fuck. Okay. So you're blinded. You're blind.
Oh, great!
Your eyes are covered in the blue light, and you can't fucking see.
Oh boy.
What if he wasn't though? I think I would prefer if Willie wasn't blind.
Sorry, but he is.
Is that a thing from the Divine Smite, or does he have something else that makes that happen?
It's a thing that he can add to his Divine Smite.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, you are blind. Yeah, the paladin just sort of laughs. He's like, well, you better hope the light of your gods can guide you in the dark.
That's so mean.
Wait, okay.
Wait.
I'm checking stuff I have.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. Was that a spell?
Smite? Because that's
Wait.
part of his smite. That blinding is part of that smite.
That is part of his smite.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh, well, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought you said it was a different thing.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry if I didn't make that clear.
No, it's okay.
Alright.
Never mind then.
So, yep, he's feeling pretty smug about himself. But, let's see if that smugness helps him, because Willie could still try to do something. Willie, it's your turn.
Does being blinded mean I can try to attack? I just have to roll at disadvantage or something?
Let me, just to be absolutely clear, let me just go ahead and do a quick thing. Yep. Let's see, can't automatically see attack rolls against it. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it just means a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against a creature. Attack rolls against a creature. Attack rolls against a blinded creature have advantage, and attacks from a blinded creature have disadvantage.
I cast Dark Vision on Willie. There you go, buddy.
No, I have a question. Does Divine Sense take a full turn?
Divine Sense. So let me see.
You open your awareness to detect forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial. Oh no, that wouldn't count anyway. Fuck off. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna die.
Oh, I mean, let me see. So you're saying you're wanting to use Divine Sense to know just where... It wouldn't... Well, no, because he's technically human.
Yeah, he's human. It wouldn't count. That's... Okay. I can't do shit!
You could try to attack.
But it fails! Like, automatically! Isn't that what it said?
No, it just is at disadvantage. So you could still try to
Oh,
attack.
I thought you said it just fails automatically.
No.
I was like, well,
No,
fuck.
I didn't. Again, I am sorry, I did not make that clear, but it is at disadvantage. So you still could attack, you'd just be swinging... Sorry for the... Well, pardon for a potential pun, but blindly.
Okay. Fine, I'll fucking... Okay.
This one.
It is between... It is between a 22 and a 17, so I have to take the 17, and I know that doesn't hit.
It does not.
So I'm going to die.
Oh.
This doesn't help with blindness, does it?
Let me see.
Is there no way to fudge it where this could help with blindness?
One curse, including...
Willie's no good, very bad fight.
Charmed or petrified.
Turn 1, attack gets cancelled. Turn 2, can't hit
I'm
and
just
gets blinded.
scrambling. I'm looking.
So. Well, but since it is also your turn. Okay, so you can repeat the. Since it is your turn, you can repeat the save, I guess.
That doesn't sound right. Are you giving me pity?
You can repeat the save. DC 13.
Are you giving me pity?
Yes. Well, kind of. I'm doing a very loose interpretation of the rules. You can either.
I'll take it, but I'm not happy about it.
We'll just say that it's the way the orders went.
Because by technicality, you made the save when he attacked you, you failed. Now it is your turn, which just so happened to be the turn after his, so now you can make the DC save again.
Oh,
That is actually correct.
I mean, yeah, if that's what it says,
Yep.
then that is how it does. That's
Yep.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
not even really loose. I'm doing
Yeah,
it
never
exactly
mind.
by
I
the
thought you were
rules.
just bullshitting something. I was like, well,
Nah.
fuck, I don't feel okay doing that.
No.
But if that's the case, that's fine.
Okay.
That's just fucking
That's just
funny.
Yeah. So anyways, go ahead and roll.
You said it was DC 13?
Yep.
Is it still at disadvantage or?
No.
Okay,
That is
that is an 18.
So yep. So turns out, when he made that joke about, well, you better hope your god can guide you in the dark. Almost kind of on sort of magical cue, that blue light sort of disappears from your eyes. And you now can see again.
Yay! Does this happen
God,
after
I'm
I've
blind!
already
Oh, okay.
swung?
Yeah, you've already swung.
Swung and then just fucking pissed off and he's like, oh, I can see again.
Yep.
Maybe on turn 3, Willie will get to do something.
Well,
So
until then,
sorry.
Puddles.
Puddles. Okay, let me look up one thing. I've been combing through her spells this whole time trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I'm just gonna keep it simple, but let me double check how it works really quickly. Let's see. So, no, not that one. Holy weapon. Let's do holy weapon. 'Cause that's fun. Okay, so she's going to. Let me see. Let me look at the map. She's in a spot where if she tries to do any attack, she'd hit her friends. So she needs to go off to one side. I don't care which one she goes to. I guess it'd be easier to go this way.
So over to here.
To get them in range, yeah.
Okay.
How many steps is that? She moves
5, 10, 15. Yeah.
25.
Yep.
Okay. So she's going to, as a bonus action, make her weapon holy.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to shoot an arrow at the guy on this.
And that fella. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so I haven't done this in a while. I'm pretty sure it's just like a
D20 plus 4.
plus 4. Ah, there it is, yes. Oh no, she don't hit!
Well, actually, hold on. No, you unfortunately don't hit.
No. Tried.
So you try to hold your bow and you try to shoot, but it sort of just dings off his shoulder a bit as he just sort of like, Is that the best you got, little frog?
You want another beam of fire? I can do that too!
And I'm still here.
I don't mind cooking you some more.
We'll see who cooks whose side dish. Anyways, Olga.
Everyone wants to eat me, even though I'm extremely poisonous.
Olga, it's your turn.
Listen, remember how I talked about how the way we live is there's got to be some way to eat it? Anyway, that's Olga's turn. I'm kidding. Olga will attack the guy. The leader.
Yep.
Is it 17 hit?
Nope.
Damn, I'll try again. What about an 18?
18 meets it.
Ah, meets a beats.
Yeah.
Yay! I get one attack.
Mm-hmm. Roll damage.
This time I did 12 damage.
Okay.
That is Olga's turn.
Yep, so you try to hit with the second one, he tries to hit it away with his sword. And he's like, ha! You missed, you stupid brink! And it just hits him right in the eyes. In the eye holes. Ah, merit!
She blows raspberries.
Lulu. So Lulu, upon seeing her good buddy Willie hurt the way he is, she's going to use some of her spellcasting abilities. She's going to use Cure Wounds on Willie. Let's see what Cure Wounds does. Okay. Spellcasting modifier. What's her spellcasting modifier? Your wisdom, which would be +4. 1d8 +4. Okay. It's not much, but Lulu's trying her damnedest. So you are cured of 8 wounds. So Willie is cured of 8.
Like... So 8 HP?
8 HP. Yep, so you see her try to push out some light out of her to heal you as best as her little Holophant body can do. She looks rather disappointed in herself in that she couldn't do more than that.
Oh no. Hello.
Lily gives her a thumbs up.
I'm sorry.
Please, you've done more than enough.
I can still hear you guys, okay. Enzo, your turn.
Thinking about something. Derm, what is the thing he did to us at the end? At his on his round, the thing he tried to do to me and Lily.
Dreadful Aspect. He tried to do that, but you both won out last I checked.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was that a spell or just a thing he can do?
That was an action he could do. Did not count as a spell.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep to what I keep to all reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Do 2 pops and a bite, and for funsies, we will use a stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
My bites are not good, but at least the quarterstaff's there.
Oh.
So yeah, you do. And I guess I have to make a con save at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And he's got... I mean, he's got something in con, but not incredibly much.
Bitch doesn't make it. He is stunned.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter what I do at this point. Because he fails either way. It really doesn't matter now! If it didn't matter before, it really doesn't matter now.
Super stunned, bitch.
So, yup. So, he gets whacked, and he tries to roll back to miss. Or he starts to roll back that bite, which, you know, you do miss, and he's smug about it. But, yeah, he's held still. He's like...
Enzo grins a little as he hits that good pressure point to stun him and says, "You know what? I think your elk would make the nicest coat."
No.
Grins.
So, did you roll your damage?
Yeah, getting that
Okie doke.
15, baby.
Big 15. That's... ain't none to snuff at. He's actually... ooh, he's down pretty low.
And because he's stunned,
Mm-hmm.
that means, for everyone else, that means he will automatically fail any strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against him have advantage.
Nice.
And as he's incapacitated, he can't take actions or reactions.
Nice.
Yup.
That's a powerful thing.
I wish I remembered stunning strike so long ago.
Yeah, it means
Demis has been like, thank God, she doesn't fucking realize.
that now they do, and...
Now I get why the D&D song, this one D&D song I listen to, the enemy keeps saying, just kill your monk.
Speaking of which...
Speaking of which...
So here comes the other paladin, seeing his captain be sort of like hit.
Wait, stop.
He's just sort of like, and he's just gonna go. Don't worry, Captain. I'll take care of this lizard, and I'll
Please roll like 5
Why is he a simp? Why is he a
What is
simp?
simp? What is simp?
Let's-
Oh my god. I look at him and I say he's not gonna like you just because you killed me.
Well, especially now with that roll he just did. He
yeah,
just whipped that one.
he's not gonna like you if you can't even fucking hit me.
It's like, oh yeah, oh.
Yeah.
apparently.
Come on, Clyde, get a hit. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did, finally. He's like, stop mocking me!
Yaru, you don't have to do this, but looks at Yaru. Can't use silvery barbs once every round.
Oh yeah, I can. I made a thing.
That was also not a Yaru, use silvery barbs. That was more a okay, I want to see if this guy can fuck it up the fifth time.
Do you want me to, okay.
It is dependent on if Yaru wants
Do you want
do
to did you want to spend your silvery barb once per round on this?
Yes, I will. I will use it on him because fuck you, guy.
Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and apply it to the highest roll he did, because that's the only one that he hit on. Okay, I'll roll again, and he has to take the lowest roll out of the two. And he fails again. Okay, so he tries to go, so he just goes, yeah, don't you mock me! And he sees his spear glowing blue again, and it's just sort of like, wait, what's the? And he just whips it.
Amazing.
Ooh. You guys are all welcome to remind me that I can do that
Heck yeah.
Fucking.
because I will forget.
So this fella is gonna go up to Lulu.
Oh no!
Yep. So he sees that elephant being up from him, and it's just sort of like. Is that okay? Time for me to attack this one.
Wait!
Yes.
Is it just a straight attack?
Yep. Just a straight attack.
I would like to use protection.
Yeah!
When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you, that is within 5 feet of you, and like Lulu's right next to him.
Mhm.
Lulu's right there.
Mhm.
So, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack roll.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so that means. But let's see. Let's roll that again, and he has to take the lower one out of that.
Please, God. Be small. Begging and pleading on my hands and knees.
They're exactly the same.
No! Not little!
Fuck that.
Good job! Stay away from her!
So he hit that one.
Willie tries and fails to protect her, and he feels bad.
God!
I'm scared.
Hey, how many hit points does Lulu have?
Yeah!
God!
What the fuck is this shit, Darvis?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, how
Did you kill the fucking elephant?
Did you kill our elephant?
No, I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. Oh.
That is not a good O. That is not a good O. What the fuck is that O?
She had 49 hit points, right, Dermis? Right?
Well, hold on. Now I have to do the damage. Because I forgot to add a damage with the glaive before.
Oh, you...
It's supposed to be a +9 to every bit that they hit. So
So
technically...
wait, that 1d20 plus 7 plus 9, or 1d20 plus 9?
So the damage when he hits is 1d10 plus 4 plus 9. So it's technically +13.
Oh, wait.
But I forgot to add the necrotic damage for every time they attacked before you. So
But is it also, it's 1d10?
it's 1d10. It is 1d10
Okay,
still.
is
So
that
it could...
damage that you rolled just now? Because you...
No,
Oh.
I haven't rolled yet. I haven't rolled damage
Oh,
yet.
oh my god,
I
how
haven't rolled yet.
many attacks did they get?
He has 3. Only 3. He has only 3. So let's
You guys
see
are
how many he...
nuts.
Ah!
1d10 plus 13. That's the lowest he can get. What?
Bah!
Hold God.
I might have to make it. Okay.
I think Puddles is about to have to
Quickly
switch
add
to
a 0
defensive.
to Lulu's hit point total.
Puddles,
The
Puddles,
minimum he can do is 13.
We can't see it.
Puddles is gonna have to switch gears here, I think.
Okay, so let me do the total number of damage that just happened to Lulu.
Oh my god.
56. Okay.
Wait!
But let me see.
I shouldn't have used protection. I have a different reaction that would be better here. Fuck!
Oh no! For next time. Oh
Yeah,
god,
but it's
she
gonna be
just
so
put
good.
the book down extremely unpleasantly.
Oh god.
So Lulu is on her deathbed.
Did I? Wow, fuck, I'm so mad. Wow.
Ah!
It's okay. We just she's just like
She's unconscious.
she's
Is
just
channeling-
She's
Is
just
channeling divinity different from a reaction? Because it doesn't say if it's a reaction or not.
What are you wanting to do?
Rebuke the violent. It wouldn't help her, but it would help everyone in general. Immediately after an attacker deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, they have to do a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they take radiant damage equal to the damage they dealt.
I'll allow it.
Or half as much.
Okay, I'll allow it. Okay, so what save does he have to do?
Wisdom. If he fails, he takes all the same damage he just dealt to Lulu, and if he succeeds, he takes half of it.
He gets no bonuses. Nope, he failed that. So
How
he
often-
just took 56 radiant damage back. So
How often can you do that?
well, every time you channel divinity.
Yeah, Channel Divinity is once per, I think it's either short or long rest, or a certain amount of times per rest.
I have Channel Divinity. I need to try to figure out how to use that.
You can do mass healing because you're a life cleric.
Well, first I've got to revive Lulu.
Yep. So, anywho, so
reviving Lulu is just healing her. Isn't
Yeah.
that right?
yep, it's just either healing her or putting a lay on hands on her immediately.
Yeah.
So, let me get Putz number 2's because he's pretty well on death's door. Okay, cool. They are limping. Okay, but unfortunately that means Lulu is out. You see him just sort of take his glaive and just sort of take a swipe, and just sort of chop her down. And upon seeing that, Willie, with sort of a glowing hand, you sort of reach out and just sort of do like a scream, no! And just sort of bop him. And a radiant glowing glow comes out of you and hits him. Hitting him for just the amount of damage he did. So now he's got a bit of a gash kind of going a little bit down him as he's bleeding a bit. And he's just sort of like, you would weep for this old relic.
I would weep for anyone who deserves it.
Then you better hope they'll weep for you when this is over. Anywho, Paladin. Okay, yeah, that's his name, I guess. So the leader's looking quite tough. Okay, well, you already succeeded, so I'm not gonna try to do that again. He can't really... Yep, so all he can really do is kind of attack. And so he's going to look at Willie and try to attack.
Wait,
Well, what
who
is-
is center?
Hmm?
The big man?
Yep, it's the big man's turn.
He can't.
Oh,
He
wait.
can't use actions. He cannot use actions. He cannot use reactions. He cannot do anything.
Oops, sorry. My own brain forgot that. I was going to say he would have done all those things. He would have done exactly all of those things I said. Except he can't. He sure wishes he could do those things. But I guess he can try to roll a save to see if he breaks out of it.
Nope, he can't break out of it until the end of my next turn.
Ah, I see. So he couldn't even if it did work
Nope.
that way.
Nope.
Even if it did work the way I thought it would, he still couldn't
Hee.
do anything this turn. So he does
I
nothing.
can feel Corin smile.
He is stunned until the end of my next turn. At the end of my next
He
turn,
can do a save.
unless I stun him again,
Unless you
then
stun
he
him
will
again.
be unstunned. Like, he
Okay.
doesn't make a save. He doesn't have to make a save. He will
Oh.
automatically be unstunned, but I am going to try to stun him again
I'm
in my
dumb.
next turn.
But anyways, that's
So
even worse than what I thought it
could
would be.
block this man.
Mm.
But
Mm.
if he succeeds, like, when I try to stun him again, if he succeeds on that, he will be unstunned. Like, he
Cool.
won't be stunned again until I try again.
What a
It's-
wild ability.
Anywho, yes, I am finding out the pain of that now. And while I work over that pain, hey Willie, it's your turn.
I would like to slash this motherfucker with my big fat fucking sword.
Which one, the king bitch or the goons?
The king bitch!
Okay,
Fuck
cool.
him!
Alright, so, as he's still stunned, by the way, don't forget, your attacks have advantage on him since he's stunned.
Well, I just rolled both. It's between a 19 and a 20, so I'll take the 20. And added to it to make it a 27, actually. So,
It was a natural 20? Does that
Was
mean
it a
it's-
nat 20?
yeah, it was a nat 20.
So that means it's a critical hit.
Also, like, to make it a divine smite.
You're a divine smiting it. Yeah, because paladin.
And, I'm going to use a 4th level spell slot to do that.
Oh,
So
you're...
that it gets... Yeah, so I'm gonna hit it for... Okay, so I have to roll... Hold on, let me see how many I have to... Willie had to wait 3 turns to do anything! Let me have this! Okay, I have to roll...
It's okay, baby. I wrapped him up in a nice stunned bow for you.
Wrapped him up in a stun bow.
So that's... Okay, okay, and then I add, how many more...
There's nothing you can roll against this, right? Because it was just your attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's the maximum amount of extra damage I can do. Okay, so let me roll my d8s. Let me get my d8.
No.
28, 30, That's 36, but it's doubled because it's a critical.
36, you said?
Yeah,
Hmm.
doubled because it's a critical, so that's
Hot
70 something. Fuck.
Dang.
Okay,
72.
Cool.
72.
okay, cool. Okay, well, I can't describe anything. Why don't you just describe to me what you do to this guy, because now he's dead.
Willie is going to throw his sword back to swing it. He's going to say, I've had it up to here with you and your little bitch brigade acting better than everyone. This is for Anais, you fucking prick! And I want him to cut this guy's head off.
Yeah.
And you do. You go for a swing, and he tries to meet your swing, but he's just too slow to meet it. As your sword just kind of swings in slowly, and just from the bottom of you just separate the bottom of his neck and his head straight from his body, just clean off. As his head rolls to the ground and his helmet clinks off, showing the helmet of a very bald, white-haired old man rolling to the floor. As the knight drops to his knees, and his body falls with him. He is dead. the other two paladins just sort of look in horror as their grand captain is slain.
Willie points his sword at them. You're next!
Intimidate roll with
Oh,
advantage.
Oh, teehee.
Yeah.
How does a... Hold on, I need to add. How does a 21 do?
A 21 will do it. Both of them just sort of look to each other, and they flee. They just sort of drop their glaives and begin to run. Do you chase after them or try to attack them from behind, or no?
Willie's not gonna do anything. He's gonna see them run, and as long as they have a great elk that they can use, as long as they don't take their stupid fucking elks with them. If they try to, he'll do something. But if
No,
they're
they
just
take
running,
they take their own elks and run.
But they leave the
One-
dudes.
Yeah, the captain's is still left.
Puddles is rushing
long as
over to
this-
help Lulu.
yeah, as long as they still have the one that they need. He's a redemption paladin despite his brutality. He's not gonna go after them if they're admitting defeat running.
Mm-hmm.
How hurt is everybody? I might do a healing word.
I'm pretty okay. I'm at 55.
I'm at 46, and for me, that's not the best, but
I'll do a healing word just to broad sweep it. Let's see how good that does. So just healing will help stabilize Lulu.
Yeah, you just have to pop her to 1 health. That's it.
So mass
In fact, if
healing-
Willie wanted to, he could just do a lay on hands, and that would be just as good. Or whatever you could do. It. She just needs either a potion or a healing. That's all you need to do.
Willie
I'll
could
do a
do
mass
that.
healing word, and then I'll do an extra cure wounds or something on her.
Okay.
Because mass healing word is a bonus action. I don't care if we're not in fight anymore. She can do both back to back really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll spend a spell slot. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So it's D4. So she gets Lulu. Everybody gets 9. Everyone gets 9 hit points, and then she's gonna do a cure wounds on Lulu with extra. Let me double check how it goes. Because I can up its. How many? Can I ask how many hit points Lulu has?
36.
36. She has 9 right now. Let's see.
That's how that. And for those who were curious in the background of the stats I was using the Blackguard stats. They're close enough to a Dark Paladin.
So about 3, third level. Third level would be good to use anyway. So I'm gonna do a 3rd level cure wounds on her.
Okay.
Let's see. This is the D8, right?
Yep.
That's 5. Let's see. So it was 9 first. Plus 5. 1. Plus 2. 2. Not a lot. Plus 1.
You heal her basically kind
The
of
other
half her health.
17, yeah.
So that is enough to bring Lulu back from the dead as she just sort of toots sort of a gasp of a breath as she just sort of
You're okay. We've got you.
thank you.
And Puddles is wearing her gloves, and she gives her a pat and sort of gently like jostles her like sort of like good naturedly like, you were so brave. You did really well.
I tried. Well,
You helped a lot, but be careful about getting hit.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll have to remember that.
Does Puddles have? Let me see.
So you now.
She's gonna give Lulu one of her potions of heal. Can Lulu have a thing?
She's living, so yes, she does have a body.
I mean, like she can have carry items.
Yes.
Okay, Puddles is giving her a potion of healing to use how she wants.
So she just keeps it wrapped in her trunk.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Okay.
So you do, and she accepts it and nods.
Okay.
How's everyone else feeling?
Angry.
Oh.
Actually, if it's alright, Olga wants to do something.
What does Olga want to do?
Olga approaches Enzo. And she says, "Don't ask questions. Please do this for me. I want you," and she points at her face, "I want you to slap me as hard as you can. I want you to deal damage. I want you to maybe not don't break my jaw, but slap me hard.
One arm.
At the count of three, slap me real hard. Real hard. We have one shot at this."
Enzo raises his hand.
Okay.
Okay. Since this is a non-attack, it's a non-attack. You're not dealing damage to her.
No, she wants me to deal damage.
Do you want? Are you legitimately wanting her to deal
Yeah.
damage?
Deal damage. Deal damage.
Okay. One unarmed strike. It will count as one unarmed.
Okay. She does. I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, go, and you're gonna hit me at go. And she does the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And when
Enzo
she
hits it.
Yep.
yeah
Enzo hits
when
her.
when she does that, this is probably something she can only do once, because I'm pretty sure after this, it's not going to work as good because then guard will be up.
Also,
But
that's 8
She
damage.
has.
8 damage.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
She takes the 8 damage. She has her one hand over her chest,
Mm-hmm.
and she's flinging the doors wide open very suddenly. So I think for at least a moment, this will probably work.
Yep, and you do, and Olga, you do feel that the other presence felt that as well.
Good. She closes the door again.
Wait,
For now.
What?
What?
She rubs.
I'm so confused.
Oh, that's
she's being-
interesting.
She's rubbing her cheek, and she's not, like her eye is all tuned up now. She's like, "Thank you, I appreciate you a lot."
Puddles is
Enzo
staring.
does, look at her like, are you alright?
If I could, I would have you do so much more damage to me, but I like me, so.
I was, we don't seem to have much context for that. Why did you ask him to punch you?
She lets out a big sigh, and she's like, "I think I want to tell you, but I think we maybe need to figure out. Let's action while I speak." She's gesturing at the elk. What are we doing? Are we calling this I guess false god? What do we call it? Yeah, like who are we calling?
Maybe we ought to see if we can contact Tamora first, if that's feasible.
That one might be a tad trickier.
Can I roll to see if Puddles knows anything about how to do that?
Sure. Religion.
Oh, no. That makes sense, because Lulu was teaching Puddles about this stuff before.
Yep. So you have no idea. So he's like, it's tricky to call her.
Oh,
How
do you know how? Yeah.
It's tricky to rock around. Ha.
Sorry.
Ha. But uh. Well, I suppose you would need to find a priest of Tamora. That would be easier. But barring that, I suppose if you had a holy symbol from her, and were able to try to channel her through that somehow, you could.
Olga looks over at the guy's helmet.
I'm afraid that is not a holy symbol of Tamora.
Damn.
That, I'm afraid, would be closer to Bishaba. And the only
Sorry, I
way-
keep mixing these two up.
No, that's fine. Her holy symbol tends to be more of a golden coin.
She looks down at her coin. Well, now it's her coin, I guess, for now. The Anais' coin.
Roll religion.
Gotta roll stuff. Let me roll. That's a 10, so I guess she holds it out to the others like, will this work?
She
Can
just
I
rolls.
roll religion?
Sure.
Does it 21?
Dang!
Yep. That golden coin that Anais has been holding in her hand is in fact a holy symbol of Tamora, not of Bishaba. The coin that Anais has been flicking around is a symbol of Tamora, not a Bishaba.
That'll do it. Let me see that bad boy. I'm a paladin. I could channel, or I don't know, maybe Buttles could.
Yeah, you can if you
Whoever
want
wants it, and she hawks it in the air. No, I'm kidding.
Oh. To
No.
channel, you have to flip the coin, as Anais would do.
Puddles nods to Willie like, you can do this, because she knows how important Anais is to Willie.
Wow.
She places it in his hand and then curls his hand around. It's like, you do it. You can do this.
I certainly hope so. All right. And he looks at the coin, and he takes a deep breath, and he flips it.
Yep. You flip it. It comes up heads,
Oh.
and it glows. You do feel sort of a presence. Now you feel something of a presence, or something of a connection has sort of been formed. It's a bit uneasy as you really don't really quite know what to do next. You do see
Right.
that the helmet of the paladin does sort of shake a little bit. As the helmet sort of wiggles and just sort of very abruptly and very quickly stands upright, turning to you with its eyes glowing a gold.
Oh.
Are you Tamora?
I am.
It's an honor to speak to you. We have a friend who I think held you in very high regard.
So it would seem, if you're able to connect with me as you have. Though I don't think you're one of mine.
Sadly not. But I do have great respect for you, which is part of why I need to tell you what's going on here. Bishaba's been causing some trouble.
So my sister has. Which would
She's
explain
fooled.
why I'm channeling one of her dead servants' gear, I suppose.
She's been fooling all these people into thinking they're following you, but they're following her. Basically smearing your name.
Unfortunately, this would not be the first time. My sister always was jealous of everything that I had. She never could take the separation well.
We
What?
need her to help us bring a friend back to life. And we want to stop her from what she's doing. Do you think you'd be able to help in any way?
My sister is not the reasonable type when it comes to this, I'm afraid. There isn't much that I could do in the way of persuading her away from a prize that she believes she's rightfully earned. However, I may be able to at least ward off any tricky altercations that she might try to attempt onto you. She will try to take your life, and she will try to take you as her own. But not if you're marked by me. So I can at least protect you in that regard. But I'm afraid that is all I can do.
Anything is better than nothing. Thank you.
So the eyes just kind of zap you in the shoulder. And you feel a slight burn for about a second there, but when you kind of look, you kind of let go of your, as you're done holding your shoulder and you look underneath, you do see a etched golden mark of Tamora on you.
Huh.
She looks over and the helmet begins to turn its head and begin to zap each of you in the shoulder as well. Zap, 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 and zap.
Ow!
Yep, but each of you have now been ingrained with a temporary mark of Tamora. You now are basically, it's kind of like a temporary visa, essentially. You temporarily work for her, and
Oh,
are protected by her.
I hope Eldoth won't mind this.
No, don't worry, it's okay. If you happen to be employed by other gods, they don't mind a very temporary visa. Essentially, the most temporary of temporary visas. After that helmet is done zapping each of you in the shoulder, the yellow light disappears from that helmet's eyes, and it sort of wobbles and falls over once more.
All right. Yes. The next thing we do is we face the other one.
Puddles looks to the poor elk.
The elk trying to back away, and Enzo just like puts an arm like on the elk's around the elk's neck, like, shh, it's okay. It'll be over quick. Don't worry about it.
The elk is like,
I mean, Willie, if it isn't running away, Willie will try to approach it gently and calmly.
Oh. Why do I feel worse about this than all the other deaths we've done in this game?
because the elk.
Because
did
the
nothing.
animal's innocent.
The animal's innocent. It was just.
The
a
animal didn't fucking do shit. I'm sorry, this is how we gotta summon it.
Yeah.
Blame the god who made this the rule.
Right? Gosh.
Willie would genuinely talk to it. Like, hey, I'm sorry for what we gotta do. But you seem like a great beast and full of great understanding. If you're willing to trade your life for one that we love, I can't thank you enough.
The elk sort of turns around to face you and keeps its eyes closed and holds still.
Would it be less painful if it was put to sleep?
Possibly. It wouldn't be alive long enough to react to it anyway. So, yeah,
Yeah.
putting it to sleep
Yeah.
first. Yep.
Yeah, Willie's gonna cast sleep.
Yep.
That's very sweet of you, Willie.
So you cast sleep, and the deer does go down on its knees and begins to sleep.
Which I feel like he would just try to stab through whatever would kill it the most immediately.
You want to slit the throat first.
Yeah.
Well, either a slit through the throat or a stab through the skull.
With a big animal like that, it'd be a slit throat usually.
But yeah, slit
Yeah.
through the throat.
Then yeah, Willie does that. He thanks it one more time.
And you do. You slit the animal's throat as it falls over and begins to bleed. The elk is now dead, and its heart is free for you to harvest.
Enzo will get in there. Nobody else, like, really wants to. He's okay to do that dirty work. Using, assumably, whatever tools they have.
Simple daggers can work just
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, Puddles is kind of staying away. She's staying next to Lulu, making sure Lulu isn't too queasy by this.
Fuck! 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 Okay, so I'm guessing upon not really seeing anyone else kind of jumping to the jump, Enzo, you kind of just take out a hunting knife, approach the creature's chest, and begin sort of just and begin doing the bloody work.
Yeah.
Luckily, you've helped butcher hunted meat before, and you've probably hunted even before your time in the monastery, so this isn't necessarily too far out of the realm of possibility for you to have done before. So, as quickly and effectively as any surgeon could, you harvest the heart of the elk easily, as it just kind of, you hold it in your bloody palm. And Lulu, with covered eyes, is just sort of like, she's kind of using one of her little elephant ears to kind of cover up her eyes as she is just sort of flies over and is just, okay, well, if you, oh, geez, that's strong. So, if you have the heart, I remember how the circle goes. We will need to draw. Oh, geez, that is really strong. So we will need the elk's blood to draw the circle. I don't want to open my eyes. So, Enzo, I think that's Enzo next to me that I'm talking to. Would you be okay drawing the circle?
I can do that.
Okay, good. Then I will guide you to the circle.
Do you want to show me how the circle looks without blood first, and then I can just copy it?
I can't really. I could describe it to Willie, and he can draw it on a piece of paper, I guess, if we have it.
Or draw it in the ground.
Or draw it in the ground.
anything.
Or something. Sure.
I
That might
don't
be-
think you want to guide my hand with this bloody.
No, I don't really want to. Thank you
So
for giving me
you-
that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm gonna take a stick with my trunk and do that. And she takes a stick with her trunk and does exactly that while looking directly away from the elk. She hastily just sort of draws. It's a crude drawing of the circle, but it is clear enough that yep, that is a ritual circle for Bishaba. It's almost pentagram-like, but you do see that it has some bends and twists that are reminiscent of antler elks or antlers of an elk. So, yep. So like a lot of the points and the lines, they branch out a little bit in that elky sort of look. So you see that and you're like, okay, cool, I can copy that. And you copy that to the best of your ability. Again, sort of a quick job with the blood, but it's serviceable enough. And once you are finished, Lulu is like, okay, so the minute you do that, you place the heart at the center. And the next step is it's going to require someone with the ability to channel the divine. So Puddles or Willy will have to commence with the ceremony.
Puddles is also kind of looking away and shielding her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, what do you think, Willy?"
I can handle it, Puddles. No problem. I am wondering, though, and he does glance back at the elk. Should we make use of it? It feels wrong to just leave it dead.
Well, we
Oh,
can.
I
Right
was
there.
intending.
Well, I suppose after harvesting the meat, we could give it a burial if that would be okay. I'm not a hunter. I don't know.
Honestly, I think that would soothe my heart if we did a burial. I think that would be nice. I feel bad. And he smiles as he says it, but it's like a forced smile, like, I feel bad.
Oh.
We can do that.
Okay.
It's time to channel the divine! Willie's gonna
Okay.
go in the circle.
And Lulu sort of mutters the words sort of along with you as she's guiding you. As you basically kind of repeat after her the words, Lady of the Wicked, Lady of Fate, for which everyone from the pauper and the king must follow. Look upon us as we give you this offering. And upon giving you this offering, may you guide our fates further. And may you guide our fates along with you, so that we may find fortune. And again, you don't have to repeat what I said, but yeah. And so you take the blade and stab it into the heart and twist as blood begins to just sort of pour out of the heart. And upon channeling that sort of divinity, the blood begins to trail straight to the lines that you drew in the sand, as all the blood is drawn to the circle and begins to surround the circle and bubble. After which it then begins to grow black. And a sort of cooking mist sort of begins to come from the circle. And you are now just sort of surrounded by fog. You look around and it seems like everywhere around you is covered in fog. With the only thing that you can see now in the fog being a large throne with a figure sitting upon it. And as you look closer onto the throne and examine it further, you see that it is a throne made entirely of elk antlers. Padded and sort of upholstered with sort of a red, silky, clothy material. And let me see. Let's see. Bishaba. She does have a look. Let me see that look. There she is. There's her classic look. I can do her classic look. Here's what Bishaba looks like.
Oh.
Hi. Excuse me. Are you single, ma'am? Ma'am.
Wait, no, she's enemy. You could bone her later.
No way. No, it's fine.
So you
Hey
see.
guys, I'm gonna go be evil now. Not Enzo, just me. I'm here now.
Yeah, I'm shaking my SMH.
Deers are close to elk. It works out as fine.
So you see her just sort of lounging, sort of back on the chair, just sort of lazily. Her hair literally kind of just flowing and floating and waving about, weirdly enough. Kind of like, so you know the DreamWorks movie Sinbad?
That's where my
Eris?
Yeah, I was
brain
thinking of
went
her.
as
I was
soon as
thinking
you said
exactly of
that.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's getting hotter.
So think that. As she's just sort of like,
Quinn, I love you.
just sort of cracking her neck a bit as she just sort of gets up and is just sort of like, oh, it's been quite a while since I've had guests. Oh, dang. Getting a little bit of sores just from sitting so long and bored.
Willie will look up at her, and he looks unintimidated. He's standing firm as he speaks. Just sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat. We're here on behalf of someone who we lost.
Oh, way to
And
play
we
me along
need-
with that. I thought you were the pizza guy. I was getting hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on with your little speech. That's fine.
Anais.
Oh, her. Right. She was pretty recent, wasn't she? Yes, I remember her. So you're here for her, huh? Oh, so, what exactly is this about?
Bring her back.
And why exactly would I do that, my little puppy?
She didn't deserve to die. Wasn't fair, and it wasn't right.
Oh, honey, the not fair argument? Oh, you know that's not good enough here, sweetie. But, tell you what. Let me just be clear. She is the one who signed the contract, yes? She willingly put that heart into her chest and literally made an oath to me.
Did she have much of a choice?
I suppose that part can be a little suspect, and we could draw out this process for however long you like, and I suppose we could bring down her father and all that hubbubaloo, but I'd imagine you're kind of on a ticking clock, aren't you?
What would it take to get you to bring her back?
Well, I suppose we could do an easy one. And she just sort of gets up, and as she gets up from that throne, she sort of grows bigger as she begins to sort of tower over you, just sort of like at like 12 feet tall. Just sort of like, I suppose we could do an even trade. One of you gives your life for hers, easy peasy. I'd be
No.
willing to do that. Some of you actually
No.
would be quite the delectable trade.
The answer is no.
Well, you speak for yourself, dear, but I wonder if you speak for your companions as well.
I do.
Presumptuous.
What of the people who you fooled into believing you're Tamora? We're all marked by her, by the way.
Oh, yes, they were. Or at least they thought, at least the rest of them thought they did. And let me see. Oh, right. But I can't do that, aren't that? Because let me see. She tries to hover a finger, and there's like a little glowing golden spark coming from your little tattoo, and she's sort of like, oh, damn it! So you talked to my sister before you came here, didn't you? Well, I guess we can't.
You weren't stupid about it.
Well, guess we can't really do that trade. You're kind of on a visa a little bit. Sucks.
We could offer not to expose you for your fraud to all your followers.
Honey. You really think you can topple down an entire religion of a nation that I've had a hold and a grip over for hundreds of years? That they're just going to trust the word of some dog?
Wouldn't they trust the word of Tamora herself?
I suppose that could, but you know how divine messagings are. Most of the gods aren't really all that willing to be too direct, and all I would have to do is just sprinkle some sweet words into the people's ears, and they'll be right back in my fingers like putty.
What if another god intervened?
Oh, let me see. And you see her eyes kind of glow black a little bit as she looks over the rest of you. Oh, right. Let's see. So you, and she points over at Puddles, you're touched by the queen of the pond scum.
Puddles glares.
And let's see, and the puppy is touched by... Oh, let's see. Oh, right. The little adventurous short skirt who couldn't keep his pole in his pants and tried going on his own little one-on-one army fight against something or other. I don't care. And let's see, and the rest of you are unimportant. Some oath to a monastery I don't care about. And you're touched by what? Some Queen of Ferns or something? Made some sort of... Did you... one of the tree folks, really? You made a pact with one of them? Okay, your funeral. Okay.
I don't think it's really my funeral if I'm Faye, but whatever.
Okay. But you two being touched by those two is annoying. Super annoying. Yikes. She is this kind of being. She's a cross between Cusco and... what was it? Or whatever her name was from...
Eris, yeah.
Eris. She's a cross between Cusco and Eris.
Amazing.
But anyways, she's just sort of like... you got rid of the one fun option I would have liked. I can't imagine I'd be too interested in anything else. Because let's see, what was it? The blackmail attempt with trying to reveal an entire religion? Good luck with that. And good luck trying to do that from the depths of Avernus. But, what else you got, sweetie?
This could be easy if you just did as we asked. We wouldn't have to involve another god, and we wouldn't have to make a threat.
Here's the funny thing about that, my little puppy. And she just sort of gets up and just sort of like takes one of her big black pointy fingers and just sort of touches it to your chin. I don't have to do anything. Especially from the words of a god or gods that I don't give a shit about.
Willie glares and he sneers. Only a lover gets to call me puppy, you prissy bitch.
Oh, so this puppy has some bite to him. Cute. You know what? She's right, guys. She should be able to do whatever she wants.
What about a wager? You said you're
Ooh.
bored, and you like to leave things up to fate.
Ooh, I love it when you folks do these sort of things. Sure, go on. I'm completely interested now.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, a performance.
A performance? Oh, what, are we gonna play the fiddle?
The
Frankly,
mandolin, actually.
A mandolin. Little trickier, but... And what, are we to just play competing mandolins?
Not quite. We play to an audience of unbiased folk. And whoever gets the louder cheers gets what they want. If I win, you bring Anais back. But if you win, once this Mark of Tamora goes away, I'm yours.
Oh, I've always wanted to take some of Lathandi's property, especially when he refused to lend me his shoes.
Right. What if instead of that we just pick someone from our group? She's looking at Willie with a look like, hang on, it doesn't have to be specifically you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm already interested now. I mean, unless you care to explain why you'd be the spicier bit of meat.
Oh no, I didn't say me. I said leave it up to. We don't pick. We don't pick now who gets to you.
Yeah, that's to the mystery of it, you know? That's the excitement. What you gonna get?
Oh, that means a random one of each of you. Oh, including the elephant and that little, what was it, that bird that's with you?
Yes, all of us in our group, all of us, all of our souls.
So you're offering me the souls of everyone that's with you now.
Yes.
Puddles is kind of
Well,
looking
not
at
all of us at once. Wait, hang on. It's one of all of us.
One of us. Enzo says, one of us, one soul.
Cute.
But it can be.
We can choose afterward. But I don't want to commit to any souls right now because we might be feeling a little spicy afterward. Who knows?
Maybe you'll see something else you like later.
But it can be any one of the souls in our group. Okay? And you have to accept that soul, right?
Any soul that is within your group.
Yes.
Any soul.
Right. By the way, you do realize I don't accept change, right?
Ah, shit! That's exactly what I was thinking about! I don't know if that's what you were thinking about, Yaru.
Yeah, I caught on. Puddles had not. Puddles is freaking out right now.
Look, honeys, I get what you're trying to do. And if you're wanting to bargain with soul coins,
This is why Puddles wouldn't have thought of it, because she thinks of the soul coins as people too.
we could forego the entirety of this whole little game if you gave me the entirety of your soul coined fortune.
Oh shit,
but
we
we
do have like
need these.
fucking 50, don't we?
Puddles covers her mouth in horror.
You give me the
Nah.
entire fortune of that, or at least a soul similar to that, because, well, and she points over to Puddles. There's a soul hanging from her neck I probably wouldn't mind.
Nah, you already said you don't take change.
But, you're right. Sad. But, okay, I guess I can settle for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other two. She snaps her fingers and Gargunth and Lulu sort of are, just there.
Gargunth
Gar-
is on the wager?
Gargunth is on the wager.
Ah, shit.
We need
Willie
Gargunth!
looks immediately alarmed, like, wait. Okay.
No, sweetie. You said 1 soul from your group.
Yeah, that would have included the change, but you changed your mind. So now we have to redo this.
Gargunthi doesn't count as change, does he? Last
I'm
I
sorry,
checked, he
did
was
you
a
say
shield.
that? Did I say that he did or did not count? I said you changed the rules. So now we have
I
to
didn't.
refigure it out. You said you didn't take change, and the change has souls. So our souls offer has to be changed as well.
A soul is a soul, ma'am.
A soul is a soul.
Either
Honey,
you
you got-
accept any of these souls, or you want a person.
You're boring me very quickly. And when I get bored, I get very destructive.
You're just mad because you're wrong.
Oh, honey, I'm never wrong.
You're wrong.
Well, cool, if you're just going to talk to me that way, I could just destroy your little friend's soul right now if I wanted to.
We apologize. We're attached, you know? But fine. But that is the deal. This competition goes through, and if Willie wins, we get Anais back. If you win, you get 1 soul from our group, which will be decided later. That fair?
Just so long as we're all aware of it and all clear on the conditions.
Hold on, who gets to decide though? I don't want to leave that up in the air.
I was thinking I would just leave that up to chance. Leave it to a spin.
A spin also sounds fair.
She sort of just snaps
Either-
her fingers, and a literal spinning wheel appears next to her. Each with a crudely drawn picture of each of your faces, including the faces that of Loopsy, Gargunth, and Lulu.
And a hamster that they didn't realize Olga's been carrying this whole time.
No.
But none of the soul coins are up there.
Nope.
Okay. So
Okay.
Daisy's good.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm on the chopping block.
Yep.
That's fine.
Okay.
Listen, if
Oh.
it was okay for Willie to be offered, then IMO and
I feel
and
better
Willie
about...
didn't want anybody putting themselves on the line, then it's all or nothing, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
So would have put himself on the line, but everyone would start arguing about it. And she doesn't seem to want him that much, so.
Well, I suppose now it's on to the issue of the unbiased audience. I suppose the souls of the damned here in Avernus would probably be about as unbiased as you can get. And I could probably pull some strings with little Asmodee to borrow them for just a moment. Snaps her.
Enzo will say, I don't know how fair it is for you to be gathering them.
Well, I could gather the souls I've kept, but that would seem biased.
Exactly.
Actually,
I hope some.
who's going to be performing?
It's Willie. Willie's gonna be performing.
But who's going to be performing for her?
Oh.
Because
For
I think
me,
a god shouldn't, because, you're a god. You're perfect.
That's true, I suppose. I could probably pluck a performer from my collection of souls to see what I can do.
It seems only fair.
And
She doesn't want to be.
And from the mists, a well just sort of grows from like a pillar, as she sort of just, with a flick of her wrist, just sort of plucks her hand deep and begins sort of fishing around. Let's see. Okay, well, you're about, let's see. And she plucks out this little ball of light as she just sort of looks at it and is looking at it through her little pinched fingers. A performer from Waterdeep. A rather popular one. Okay, I'll go ahead and use him. And she flicks her fingers into the air. The ball of light sort of shines, and from that light drops a dragonborn dressed in fine clothing. When the dragonborn gets up, they are golden scaled. And it is a lady dragonborn. What am I doing? Oh, don't worry about it, darling. You're only going to be here for a few minutes anyway. You're going to do some performing for me. Performance against the little puppy over there. To the rest of you, for my champion, I choose and you'll have to give me just one moment while I think up a fucking name. Let's see.
Alka breaks their arms and legs because that wasn't against the rules technically.
Gold. Okay.
We have not agreed to no magic, so hey, if anybody's got a spell or two that could help out Willie.
Okay, so there's the gold dragonborn's name. Nemper. So.
Nemper Quinn, Semper Quinn, that's me.
Nemper
Quinn.
Nemper Queereth. So it's.
I'm so upset because I do not right now. I hadn't been using them lately.
So Nemper Queereth. During her.
I do have silence. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
So Nemper Queereth. During her time, she was the most beloved bard in all of Waterdeep. But she fell on a little bit of hard times. Hard times that she turned to me to solve. And she couldn't quite hold her end of the bargain, and thus fell into my employ.
Willie would go up to her and offer a hand. Just, it's an honor to meet you.
Likewise.
Do your best out there.
You too.
Don't do your best, though.
I'm kidding.
Oh, she'll do her best.
Do your average.
So, Bishaba sort of snaps her fingers, and the fog just sort of kind of dissipates, but still kind of is like low to the ground sort of fog a little bit, and surrounding you, you all are now on a stage. And surrounding that stage, you know, and just as sort of a funny joke, she decorates the decor in almost sort of a weird mix of circus decor and a kind of twist between her own motif of elk antlers. It seems like it was sort of like a set-up stage, like you see like an outside stage with outside seats. And sitting within those seats are, of course, the glowing blue souls of the damned. All just sort of looking confused as to why they're there. As Bishaba takes to the stage and it's just sort of like, sorry for interrupting your eternal suffering, but Mama Bishaba needs a little bit of your help for just a moment. Just to settle a little bit of a wager, I suppose. So, for this evening only, you all will be entertained for the evening by these two right here. And at the end, each and every single one of you is going to be required to give your score, as it were, to the performance. A score ranging from 1 to 10. Anyways, that's all. Enjoy the show.
Quinn.
Mama Bishapa. So she just sort of sits down into the audience, as in front of the audience. She's sort of like sitting on sort of a judge. She's just, her chair just sort of appears, her big ass chair, as she just sort of plops down onto it. Just sort of crosses her legs in the seat, and it's just sort of like sitting back, and it's just sort of like, all right, well, I'll go ahead and call it a habit, but I'll go ahead and flip the coin. What do you call puppy dear? Heads or tails?
Tails. Puppy dog tails.
Cute. Cute. Okay. Oh. I dropped the coin. I'll have to flip that again. Well, looks like Little Nemper is up first. Okay, I guess I'm coming up first. Do your damnedest, dearie, I know you can, and if you don't, know that I'll flay each and every single one of your scales down to the last bit for a nice dress. Okay, have
What the
fun.
heck? Don't threaten her. We're not threatening ours.
Honey, she's mine. I can do what I want.
Olga puts her hand on Will's shoulder threateningly. No, kidding.
He's gonna smile at Nemper and just say, break a leg, but not literally.
And she sort of nods nervously. And she does hers. She does well. And she's just sort of, and you know, she pulls out a violin and begins sort of playing it. It's very expertly, very beautifully. You know, and it even sort of leaves some of them in tears. So with the audience, you know, the audience, suddenly little papers and pencils sort of appear in each of their hands, and they begin like, Bishaba's like, okay, Nempi did the performance, now go ahead and just write down what you think. Write down what you think on that little paper, and be sure to be honest. And each of them, and they all just sort of nervously just start writing down a number. They start writing it down on a little chalkboard that suddenly just sort of appears above the throne, above her. You see the names Willie and Nympher sort of appear, and a number begins kind of rolling, like kind of on a slot machine, on Nympher's name, and the number eventually settles down to an 8.
Oh, I have Bless in my necklace. Let me see what Bless does really quick.
Okay. Not too moved, I suppose. A little disappointing there, but that should be enough. Barely scraping by yet again, Nymphy, as usual. And she looks kind of sad and disappointed at that, but she sort of just nervously shrugs and just sort of takes it and is just sort of like, I'm glad you approved, mistress. Oh, now let's not get presumptuous with words, honey.
So can I...
Aw.
Am I in a situation where I can bless? Like, is Puddles
You
anywhere?
want to attempt to do that?
No,
You want to
No.
attempt to
Don't.
cheat?
don't
Yeah,
cheat.
technically,
Puddles
You
whispers
shouldn't
the
if it-
idea to the rest of the group.
it's up to Willie, but we didn't agree no magic. So technically, not cheating. But it's up to Dell and Willie, because this is Willie's performance.
Puddles just offers. She holds up her necklace with different spells on it and says, "This one has bless."
As much as I appreciate it, I don't need that before a performance. Have a little faith.
And she gulps and gives Willie a nod and says, "You'll do great."
Knock him dead.
All right. And he's gonna skip on out there with his mandolin. And he's gonna start to sing his little heart out as he plays.
And you do. Roll for me a performance.
Oh, thank God.
In the background, Olga pulls out her tits.
That's a 26.
Against
Holy
her
shit.
21. So you do. And these guys seem just a little bit more excited than the performance they saw with Nemper. And papers begin to appear in front of them, and they begin writing down. The numbers begin spinning underneath. Once they're done, the numbers begin spinning below your name, and it spins for a while, really super drawn out, drawing out and drawing out, until eventually it stops at a 10. And they give you a standing ovation as well.
Aww.
Bishaba sort of looks up, and you see her sort of grit her teeth in sort of annoyance a little bit. Huh. Oh, sorry. I was looking at something. Anyways, oop. No. I dropped coin again. Anyway, so after gritting her teeth and just sort of looking up, she's just sort of like, ah. Well, that was disappointing. And she sort of just snaps her fingers and abruptly just sort of sinks the damned souls right into the ground. Just and just sort of all the setup and everything just abruptly just sort of sinks back into the mist as you all of you on the stage are just sort of abruptly dropped to your bums. As she just sort of gets up from her throne with sort of an annoyed jaunt to her walk, she walks over to an emperor and is just an emperor and just sort of like, I should have known you'd fuck it up. All right, back into the pool for you to get your scales plucked. Claps her hand. She is immediately pulled with a scream right into the mists. Okay, and as for our deal. Snaps her fingers. And from a square pedestal arises, sort of on her knees with her head down, sort of comatose Anais, as she seems to be bound by chains to the pillar, essentially. Okay. Hey, Paladin, wake up. And she sort of just bops. And he's right across the back of her head as she's sort of like, what is he? Where am I? I thought I was here. Yeah. We were supposed to have a little bit of an introduction this evening, but I guess those plans were changed, as annoyingly as that is. So, snaps her fingers. The chains, just sort of with a genie-like sort of cloud poof, they disappear from her wrists as she's able to get up. Okay, Paladin, you're free to go. You're free to do whatever. I don't care. Wait, are you serious? Am I able to? Yes, just go ahead and go before you bore me and I lose my patience. Okay, I'll just... What's on earth? Just...
Willie's beaming, just like, Anais!
Yeah. You all came to save me. Why did you all come to save me? What sort of effort did you do? Why?
You're part of our team, and we take care of our teammates.
Okay. Friendship reunions are boring, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my leave. I have a meeting I have to get to with some elf and his annoying daughter.
Oh.
You could tell him to fucking leave me alone.
Yeah. Have fun, whatever. She just sort of snaps her fingers, and the mist is sort of with a whoosh disappears along with her and her throne.
What the fuck?
Can't believe that worked. I can't believe I did it.
Did Anais' soul
my
go
God.
back into her body?
Well, you do see that she disappears for a brief moment. The soul sort of flies and goes back to her body. As the body that you left lying on the ground near the soul grinder gets up and is just okay. Just sort of with a gasp, she gets up and she's just like, okay, that was weird. Okay. Okay, I'm going to need to get used to leg. Okay.
We did it.
You,
We really did it.
you, how on earth did you defy a god? What?
I won a wager.
He's the best player anywhere.
I'm a goddamn musician.
Olga goes up to Anais and she puts her hand on her shoulder. She's like, how you feeling? You feeling all right?
Well, I feel like I'm going to have to relearn a lot of things about my body, I suppose. But I suppose those little surprises I am going to have to deal with as I get reacquainted.
She nods sympathetically. Then she grabs her by her scruff and shakes her. And she's like, what did you do? Who did you talk to? Who the fuck?
Okay. I have little bits of a headache. Okay, I'm getting used.
Hey! Give her a second.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there goes the head. Okay. So, the ones that we made a deal with, it was with a neighboring nation. A neighboring nation, and its representative was, yes, a male elf with a male elf with a tattoo on his chest and his daughter.
What the hell are Adrin and Leyrin doing?
Well, the task was multi-stepped. The first step, they wanted me to accompany your group and keep an eye on you. She points to Olga. Me and my ex-group were tasked with being an escort of sorts. Apparently, your ex-paramour did not trust the rest of your group to do the job. Hence why he hired multiple of my order to do so.
What? He was. Hold on. He hired you to help us?
The first part, yes. The second part is where it gets a little duplicitous. The second part, I was supposed to take the sword of Zariel.
Yeah, I figured there would be something like that. What did he want with the sword?
He believes it to be a bargaining chip of sorts. That should he be able to take the sword, they would have the upper footing with the plane of Avernus.
So he wanted to fuck up?
Well, I suppose now with the knowledge that we have now, yes, he would have majorly screwed up, I guess. Though I suppose in the moment he seemed very desperate, I guess.
Why? What did he want?
Which makes sense considering the nation that supposedly he is a part of is an even worse bit of a shitter than Arabelle.
Sorry, I was hearing things outside. It's doing worse?
So, yeah, apparently the nation that he's a part of, Annie said that it's an even worse of a shitter than Arabelle was. So I'd imagine that he did this as some form of desperation.
Oh, he let that place go to shit.
Unfortunately, a few bad economic investments will do that.
So, from what I'm gathering, you've got an ex and he sounds pretty shitty?
She's like yanking at her hair like, damn it! Yes, he can be very shitty. He very much thinks he always knows what he's doing. And I can't believe he roped in Leyrin into this. I thought she was smarter.
Well, she was my contact between the two.
Oh, that's a surprise. She really didn't have a lot of patience for either one of us when we played telephone.
Yeah. She did kind of seem to come off that way.
How is she doing?
She
How
seems
is she doing?
like the exuberant she is. She seems to be doing well for herself, though I cannot really tell since her voice is, I say, very monotone.
Yeah, she's not very easy to read, but she looks like she's doing well. She always seemed like she was going to do well.
Well, I suppose when you are a trusted agent of a nation, then yeah, you would be doing well.
Oh my, she gets like a big shine in her eyes. I'm so proud of her. And then she starts kicking the ground again. That fucking idiot!
So this is all about the sword?
Yes, her ex-paramour wishes to take the sword that Zariel once wielded.
We don't even have the sword yet. Like,
No, you do not. And that was where I came in. Because the third part of the request was, should I acquire a sword, I was supposed to first kill the rest of you, and then incapacitate Olga and bring her with me to the surface.
He wants me back?
no.
She's looking at Enzo and like rubbing her cheek thoughtfully. Like, no, maybe he might be ready this time. He probably won't let the door open this time.
Think again, because he was not the one who added that last bit. That last bit was a request from your daughter.
She wants to get mom and dad back together.
She immediately comes like, "Oh, sweetheart, she could have just asked me to come visit."
Well, I think her words were something along the line of, and this was privately, I believe she told me. She told me this in confidence, but I believe the words were, if this idea goes about as well as his investment idea, then I don't want mom to be caught in the middle of that. So
She's all like welled up, like, "Oh, I know she was upset with me a lot of this time, but she really does care."
yeah, she seemed quite avoidant on the subject of death whenever your husband brought up that possibility. She was the one who convinced him to take the slightly less violent route. Aside from the bit before sparing you. Again, not my idea. She looks to to everyone else in the party like, obviously, I reneged on that bargain, and that is what led me to...
Yeah, Puddles waves a hand. She's like, you sacrificed yourself to keep from hurting us. You're fine. Speaking of, and she's hopping over, how's that heart?
Well, I'll have to look, but... Oh, merde! She sort of pulls down her shirt, and there's just a gigantic hole where her heart used to be.
So she has no heart whatsoever?
I guess I don't have one?
Is she a reborn now?
I have no idea. Wait, what is... I have no idea.
Is any of us a doctor? I don't think that's supposed to be the case.
She sort of puts her arm through the hole and wiggles her fingers.
Oh, please. I am really worried about you agitating something in there.
Well, you've got a really cool potty trick now.
I suppose I
Hey.
don't. Huh. Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the heart would be gone now that I am not bound to Bishaba. So what on earth is keeping me alive now? Huh.
Pure willpower or spite.
Olga looks over at Willie. He's like, "Hey, how's that coin going?"
Well, by the way, that coin floats and begins to shoot directly back to Anais. Not into her hand, however, but directly into the hole in her chest.
Oh.
Hell yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen.
The coin glows golden as it shines, and the entire hole begins to be filled up with gold.
Oh.
As there's now just a big old golden plate in the middle of Anais's chest.
Well,
Olga claps a little.
I guess
Did-
that works.
Did the coin of Timora just turn into my new heart?
Guess Tamora's got a thing for you now.
I suppose.
Guess you could say you've got a heart of gold.
Tamara,
You
it's
get-
not who had you, by the way.
I'm sorry, what?
Tamora is not who had you, by the way.
I know. I suspected long ago, I suppose, which is why I was willing to be disruptive, I guess, in the end. I wanted my decisions to be my own, so I made the decision. I suppose in hindsight it was not the best decision, but I suppose I just wanted for once in my life for a decision to be my own.
Well, that coin was hers, was Tamora's, so I guess she approved of you doing that.
I suppose so.
It worked out in the end. I got to put on a killer performance.
Right, you won a performance against a god? Was it against the god or against one of her avatars?
She brought someone of her followers. Feel bad for the poor gal. She's having it rough because she lost to me.
Yeah, also, Willie, I really do believe in you, but I didn't think anyone could beat a god considering they're gods, so.
Well, it's a good
So
thing you
beating the Shaba.
Well, I was going to say it's probably a good thing that you did not directly compete with her. Considering, and by the way, would you guys like to know what would have happened had you tried to roll against Bishaba?
Sure.
So here are the stats that I would have given to Bishaba.
Probably like a plus 30.
You're about half, right? A plus 14.
Christ.
It's a good thing you specified that you just wanted one of her followers to do it.
Yeah, you guys were smart.
I specifically wanted to call her perfect because I knew that would do two things. One, stroke her ego. Two, show off that, like, maybe it's oh god, it might be a little unfair going against perfection, you know?
Right. Very smart.
Man, even if I rolled a 20, that would only be a 30. So I'd have to get lucky with her getting a bad roll if we had gone against her.
You would have had to roll like the net 20, and she would have had to roll like
Shit.
absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, if you were foolish enough to do that to a god, that would have likely happened. Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, thank goodness. That could have gone so bad. I'm so happy. Thank you, Willie.
But, let's see. I do believe that because I don't believe... who am I kidding? Those other two are probably already reported everything. So I'm guessing they're going to report to the daughter.
Oh.
Right.
If they had stayed long enough, maybe I could have sent them a message.
Well, I do have to report to her once again, so I suppose you may be able to get your chance now.
Is that wise? They can't hurt you, can they?
Yeah, it's not that direct of a connection. I'll likely get another message from the owl. Probably to terminate my employment, no doubt.
She went into the clockwork. Aww. Olga just keeps being very proud of her daughter.
So cute.
Close. She said something about getting into artifice or something.
She's like gasping and like holding her cheeks. She's so proud of her daughter.
Aww. Olga, you're so wholesome.
In fact, after all of this is over, there were talks of her trying to open her own business or something.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of her. She's like openly weeping.
Anyways, I suppose if either me or my compatriots were not able to do the deal, it was noted that she would have to fulfill the deal herself.
Hold on, she's gonna come do this?
She's already been here.
Whoa! Where are my kids coming here?
Well, not all of them. Well, wait. How many kids do you have?
More than 4. She's like looking at her fingers. How many? She's like counting.
You okay? That is a lot. Okay.
One, two, three,
If-
four.
Okay.
If Willie was single, I just thought of something he would say, but it's awful, so.
11? I think I have 11.
Oh merde.
Listen, I'm like at least 200 years old.
I mean, sure. I guess with enough time, anything is possible.
Also, she is underballing it a lot by calling herself 200.
She says 11 kids, and Enzo like doesn't actually say anything, but like his eyes widen, like imagining 11 kids. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't make like a big face or anything.
Well,
just his eyes widen.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't just kind of shrug at that because, like, well, I mean, I'm lizard born, so technically we birth like a large number, so not that surprising.
I mean,
Maybe
I
lizard
thought he was
born now.
adopted.
Enzo was an only
Papa.
child.
Oh my god, he is an only child, isn't he?
He is an only child.
Yeah, so for him,
For him, oh yeah, for him that's a lot. Okay.
Puddles has no idea.
Willie
She's like,
also an
sure,
only child.
Sure, 11 sounds like a normal number. I don't know.
Well, 200 is a normal number for your people for grown.
Jesus Christ.
Also, she was an
no.
orphan. She grew up around like 50 siblings.
Oh yeah, true.
Right, but
It's like I adopted a couple. Like some just need to be adopted. They need to.
Willie is gonna go up to Anais while everyone's talking though, and he's gonna hug.
Up. Oh,
oh,
Missed you.
miss you too, Willie. I guess you are quite the paladin.
Nah. I mean, yeah, but what got me out of that sticky pickle? That was all Bard.
True, but the gumption came from the heart of a very assured paladin.
Aw. You know how to make me blush.
Any gods that was worthy enough to get your devotion would be lucky.
I feel lucky to have Lathander at my back too, so even trade.
And she looks to Anais looks to the rest of you. I apologize if my demeanor and the way that I acted. I know that it was not pleasant. And for that I apologize.
Puddles hops over and she gives Anais a pat with her gloved hand. She says, "Well, we weren't always as polite to you as well, so. And in the end, you really stuck it out for us. So, let's start over. On even footing."
Well, since I am no longer bound by a god to keep secrets, I suppose now I am just an open book. So I suppose if there were any questions you were curious about, you can go ahead and ask them.
Olga pulls out a pen and pencil and says, "Give me the recipe for that boar and how you made it safe for us to eat."
Oh, that's a simple one. So she pulls out an herb from her pocket. So let's see. There's a special herb within the forests of Arbel that Well, you first must sear the meat, and you must boil the meat in holy water. That is the first one. Barring that, it will have to be cleaned material and water, if you cannot. Either way, once the meat is boiled, you then take this herb and you sprinkle it atop it and sear it.
She's writing frantically.
And once the sear is of a perfect black on both sides, preferably to a medium rare quality, the boar is done.
Ah, thank you very much. Now I know. She looks over at the elk and says, "Speaking of, I do know how to clean a clean hunt. So if anybody
Oh.
else wants to, or I can do it."
Well, I suppose I could help you with that as well. It would not be I do know my way around an elk.
Yeah.
Big celebratory dinner! We got our eyes back! Hey!
Yeah.
Yee. And on that note,